All right, training camp is about to begin for the Seattle Seahawks, and they just got some good news. I mean, usually it's at this time, there's not a ton of like big moves, not a ton of stuff that's extremely helpful for a team, but there's a couple of moves here that I think could prove to be not like game changers, but they could be difference making moves that the Seattle Seahawks just made. One is a player they let go. One is money saved, and then another one is a person that I think could still factor in as a productive NFL player that they got off the scrap heap. So let's talk about that. But before we get into that, if you are new to this channel, my name's Craig. Me and my buddy Chris started this a couple years ago. We are Detroit Lions fans. You see the Hutch jersey. You see Barry Sanders signed ball here. All that good stuff. But here's the deal. Here's why we started the channel. We love the NFL, and especially teams that the national media ignores. We felt that for so many years as Lions fans. And in Seattle, I feel like unless you are one of the absolute best teams in the NFL, it's the same thing for you. We have a lot of respect for the organization, the way it's been run. I still think your 90s uniforms are awesome, and I love when they wear the throwbacks. Let me just say that right now. Feel free to keep those as your all-time uniforms. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to say it. So first, I want to talk about what exactly happened. All right. The Seattle Seahawks have released tight end Noah Fant. So he's gone. And here's the deal. He still had 1 year remaining on his 2-year, $21 million deal. And here's the deal. He's 27 years old, even though it feels like he's 32. He's been around for like 6 years or 7 years, even though it feels like he's been around for 8, 9, 10. All right. He came over from the Broncos in the Russell Wilson trade back in 2022. You definitely won that trade, by the way. So here's the reason they did it, and this is part of the good news. Getting rid of Noah Fant just straight up opens the door for the rest of your tight end room. We have gushed on this channel about second-round pick Elijah Arroyo, and I think he is a rookie that is going to surprise everyone. He tested eerily similar physically, speed-wise, kind of the things that he's able to do to Noah Fant. But my guess is that he will actually have more production. But this also shows a great level of trust for A.J. Barner. I'm a big A.J. Barner fan. A.J. Barner played 1 year for the Michigan Wolverines, and that 1 year he played for us, and I'm a big Michigan fan, that 1 year he played for us, he won a national championship. And he came in, and he made a role on this team, and people are like, where did he come from? He came from Indiana, I believe. And he played so well that at times he actually outplayed Colston Loveland, who is our other tight end, who was just drafted 10 overall by the Chicago Bears. Like, that's the kind of player he is. He's just a solid player. He will block well. He will run good routes. He's not going to wow you with overwhelming size, speed, or athleticism, but he is a good tight end. And I think the 1-2 punch of the steady, reliable A.J. Barner in year 2, the extremely promising Elijah Arroyo, I think when you have those two guys, you have what you need in the tight end room. Now it's just time to grow up quickly. And so I'm excited about that. I really, really am. And it's proven with Sam Darnold when Hawkinson got back healthy that Sam Darnold can use his tight end well. I'm excited to see what this looks like. All right, that's the first bit of good news, is that it opens room for your second-round pick, Elijah Arroyo. All right, another reason this is good news is the money that it saves you in the contract. Noah Fant was set to carry a I'll show you this. This is based on overthecap.com. He was set to carry a $13.41 million salary cap hit this season. That would have been the second highest cap hit of any Seahawks player and the 8th highest of any NFL tight end. And he did not live up to the hype of being paid like that. He just simply didn't. It never lived up, as this title talked about. Brock Heward was talking about that. Over his 3 seasons with the Seahawks, he totaled 1,400 receiving yards and just 5 touchdowns. Why they gave him this contract in the first place, I don't know. But they're getting out from it, and the good news is it was always a 1-year contract. So if we look at this a little bit more closely, instead of being on the hook for 13.5, you can see Noah Fant right here. He's going to carry a cap hit this year of $4.5 million. So it saved $9 million in this contract. That is the good news that you have going for you. It saved $9 million. It said he never finished higher than 18th on the league's receiving yardage leaderboard, and at one point went 32 straight games without a touchdown. He also, as we know, left plenty to be desired as a blocker, ranking 67th out of 74 tight ends. So here's basically what I'm saying. Arroyo can't be worse. He really can't. For everything Noah Fant was supposed to be. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. Noah Fant came out, was it with Kittle? Was it, and Fant was supposed to be this phenomenal receiving threat that just was needed to be developed in the running game, while Kittle was supposed to be more of an all-around threat. Well, it turns out Kittle ended up being the best of both. And Fant was just trying out of Iowa, just kept trying. It's weird to see an Iowa tight end not be fantastic. Fantastic. All right, I'm done. Now, here's the other good news. With the release of Noah Fant, and they also released a corner, they were able to sign a couple of players. All right, one was defensive back Cam Alexander of Oregon, but the one that I want to talk about is right here. It's a guy named Justin Rogers. Justin Rogers was a 7th-round selection of the Dallas Cowboys in the 2024 NFL Draft. Now, he hasn't played a snap in an NFL game. He was waived at the final roster cuts. The Bengals then signed him to their practice squad, which is where he spent most of 2024 until December when the Cowboys poached him off the Bengals practice squad. All right, he then signed a futures contract with the Cowboys, but was waived at the end of the offseason program in June. Okay, so you bring this guy in. Who is he? All right, I'm going to tell you who he is. He is a guy that is 6'3", 346 pounds out of Auburn. I know you remember seeing this dude out of Auburn. I know you remember seeing this dude. Hey, I'll put the picture on the thumbnail, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember that dude. He was chunky. All right? We know who he is. He is not an elite athlete. He's not. At 346 pounds, you don't need to be. When I look at the interior of this defensive line for the Seahawks, it's good. Leonard Williams is very good, right? Rated the 4th best defensive tackle in by PFF. Jerron Reed continues to have good years, even into his now going close. He's getting close to his mid-30s. And then Byron Murphy is somebody just to be uber excited about. All these guys are big boys. They're all over 300 pounds, but nobody's that next level massive, let's just be a run stuffer, right? And Byron Murphy and Jerron Reed have shown that that's not their strong suit necessarily. Jonathan Hankins is a guy who played almost 400 snaps for you last year, and he did that at 320 pounds. He's done. He's 33 years old. I think that this guy has a chance to replace Hankins on your team. He has a shot to make this team as a purely run stuffer. The question is, what kind of shape is he in? And here's the thing. Usually a guy who gets waived at the end of an off-season training program, it's because it's a lack of work ethic, they're fat, there's something like this. But this is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys do stupid stuff all the time. As in, let's wait till the last second to sign Dak Prescott so we can spend an extra $20 million doing it. Let's wait till the last second to sign CeeDee Lamb so we can spend an extra $20 million rather than signing him 6 months earlier. Now they're doing the exact same thing with Micah Parsons. It makes no sense, but it's what the Cowboys do. They do a lot of things that make no sense. And my hope is that they are like, all right, they messed up. They let a guy go that can be a good rotational piece for you going forward. All right, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.